Hello and welcome to the Planet Coaster 2 Deep Dive number 2. This is apparently 35 minutes long. Holy moly, where they are doing a deep dive about how creative you can get with all the assets in the game. I haven't watched this yet. I'm watching this also live on stream, so if I'm sometimes reacting to my chat, please bear with me. But I'm super interested to dive into this and also give you my opinion about what is going on here. And yeah, let's do this.
Game director on Planet Coaster 2.
And I'm Adam Woods.
As somebody who has been playing
So excited to be showing you even
Planet
more about
Coaster
Planet
2.
Coaster 2 in this second deep dive.
Planet Coaster, and is looking forward to Planet Coaster 2. I'm really interested in this. Let's go.
Waiting for, Rich. Let's dive in.
Let's dive. Ooh. That's smarts.
For those of you that don't know, Planet Coaster 2 is a creative management simulation game about
What?
building a theme park. We've got
I have
coaster
never
parks
heard
and
about
water parks
that game.
combined in the game now. And in this deep dive, we're going to show you how we've been taking those amazing building tools and building upon them. We're going to jump in.
Cynical asshole take, by the way. Man, they just reused the Planet Zoo parks, huh?
And build some amazing stuff in game.
Yes, no. I think the first thing we're going to look at is the path tool. We're going to have a look at this development build, one of our work in progress levels that we've got. And we're going to continue on this.
Even if they did it, that's how development goes, right? They're taking ideas from Planet Coaster, then they put that into Planet Zoo, they take the ideas from Planet Zoo, what they learned, and put that into Planet Coaster 2, and so on and so forth.
That's one of the things we've been looking at in-game is the path system, and building upon that from the first game, we've got a lot more tools and options for players to build with the path system. So in here we have our we have a kind of a tool that's based.
That is a lot more option than in the first one.
It's kind of a free-form building tool. And
damn.
As well, which allows you to build those geometric-looking
houses. In the first one, you basically just have your paths, and then if you want to have them curved or not, and the size of the paths. That's it.
Existing paths and apply that to bigger
areas not this
of your parks, and the edit tool, which allows you to adjust the borders and adjust the way that your paths and plazas look on.
Yeah, make them a little bit quieter.
The rounding tool and edit tool.
If you want to watch it without my commentary, well, the video is out there, right?
Perhaps a more advanced feature, but super useful, aren't they?
That is super useful because path building has been
already at the beginning of this theme park.
Oh,
I want to ultimately end up
one of the areas they could have improved on, so I'm glad they did.
A display, but I won't give away
like path building has been always very basic.
We'll work our way over there. So looking at this,
and they will start out basic, don't get me wrong. I will always start out with the most basic paths I can build. But the longer you play those games, the just more control you want. Ooh.
How you want the connection type to be when it connects to existing.
I like that. Then it shows you what.
Fixed lengths, or you want that kind of a loosely
every 10 meters, 5 meters,
as well as snapping tools. So if you want to build geometric looking shapes with the line builder, to making sure you've got those angle snaps in place as well.
Ooh, you can now do spirals and something like that.
Placing the path around.
Yeah, just allow you to fine tune how
that's
you
cool.
Because it's a tool that you'll be using quite often in your parks, and it'll give you a lot of fidelity and control over how you want to.
I know for people are like, are you really like going crazy about paths? Yes. Yes, I do. Because as I said, in the first one, it was rather... Well, I don't want to say shit, but... boring. Very straightforward, but also not really that appealing.
And that's it. I've built my
like, there was not much you could do.
Nice and simple.
I can then quickly switch to the stamp builder. Go,
oh, that's new.
Yeah, octagon.
I mean, you never really needed that in the previous games.
Again, I believe in our park. I reckon it's going to be busy, so I'm gonna just rotate that stamp a little bit, get that to snap
like the
snap
path.
Ooh. And again, in a couple of clicks, I've now got this.
That is so amazing because now you can also have like crossroads here.
Area that we could
ooh,
do lots of different things.
the birds. which are flying here. They're using FSR or DLSS on.
Just the way your paths look as well. So we have lots of different textures and options for you to kind of change the way that you want the style of your paths to be. So we have lots of different paths.
I think that's FSR. They have on
types of paths. Some of these options have the ability to change different colors as well. So
okay, that's not
adjust the color of individual things.
New.
The blue swirly path, for instance, you can change the blue to a different color, so you can keep the
style, that's
the
cool.
feel of the path on some of them, but also change the color as well. Make it embed in with your theme there if you want.
No, wait, that's the same thing they had before. Okay. Oh, you can copy the texture.
Spoken about as well is the It's the delete tool. This has got a little.
Oh yes, please. Another. For example, very basic tool from the first one.
Place a display in the middle. This plaza. I think that's where I've got it in my mind. I want to place a little display, but I don't want them walking through it. I want to sort of reserve that area, so I can use the stamp tool delete. Select the octagon. I'm going to drop the size down just a touch, and then I can just place it over, sort of roughly in the middle. I can make it not so rough.
You know what I think in my stupid brain? Just plaster the whole theme park with a path, like everything is a path, and then stamp out the areas you want to actually utilize. And you might think, Mo, only a psychopath would do that. Well, welcome to my channel!
But for now, I'm just going to sort of eyeball it, and then I can just cut out that piece of path.
Oh, that's not in the middle.
Some interesting bits of scenery to maybe
oh, this would creep me out. No, this is not in the middle.
Talk about the draw tool. We talked about it a little bit. Should I show how quick I can?
Oh, and it's not symmetric. Oh,
the flexibility and the freedom it offers is
make it go away, please. It hurts me.
Plazas really quickly with a few clicks.
Yo.
The different materials you're talking about.
That is so freaking cool.
Using the draw tool again, I could just right over the top connect it up. That will now connected path. Simple as that. Yeah. I'm going to get rid of them for now because I want to just focus on this little plaza area.
That's so awesome.
This area is really nice.
Again, I know people are like, oh, this is boring. What the hell? This is about path building. Who cares? As somebody who has hundreds and hundreds of hours in this game, owns every single DLC for the first game, I care a great deal about this. Because they're showing the things which they never touched on in the first game, and people backed them, literally backed them for years to fix those gripes. And well, now they're doing it in the second one, which again you could argue that that's a bit shitty. But maybe the engine was not really able to do that at the point. Now keep in mind, Planet Coaster is now what?
Those water bodies for, I guess.
So it's really easy to do so.
8 years old?
Draw tool here. I've got it on curve. I've got the edge type
path.
I do want to have.
Has been out for a while. I think it's 8 years old at this point. And the engine they're using has been evolving quite a bit. Like if you're just looking at Planet Zoo and what you can do there, you can clearly see, yeah, they moved forward.
Classic kidney bean shape.
Yeah, it's a very good looking pool that you see in a lot of backyards.
Yeah,
that's nearly a penis. Nearly.
And then because I drew it close enough to the
look at that.
Original part of the part
just
placed down, that
clicks.
now is automatically connected. I don't actually have to do anything else.
Oh.
We'll be able to navigate across that pool and use it if they are in the right conditions, but they've changed into their swimming suits and they've got their pool pass as well ready to go.
I love that. I also love how the swimming pools are looking. Oh, you can go underwater just like that? I mean, they kind of showed that in the videos, but they never, there's a difference between cinematic cameras and actual gameplay cameras.
The change rooms are definitely the most important part.
So I think using the blueprints that we have, the empty shells, allows us to theme up an area really quickly and
oh my god, you can just put it now there in the middle of the path, right? I completely forgot about that.
And now that guest services is open, we have a vendor
I love
in there ready
that.
to serve our
That
guests
can
as
now
they,
come.
get ready to come into the park.
We want
I wanted to say combine with the path. Well, that's not wrong. I wanted to say, though, collide with the path. Because in the previous games, you always had to put it next to the path, right? But you were never allowed to just put it on the path.
That's that shell.
I love that they are now allowing that.
We now have two lovely themed looking facilities ready for the guests to use. Yeah. They can purchase their pool pass here.
looks shit,
they can
though.
change in,
Don't do
with it,
that.
they're ready for it.
Are you a maniac?
Pool
I still love that you can do that, and I'm pretty sure there will be people who will work diligently to make it look good.
Planet Coaster 2, we also have flumes, and we have a range of different flumes that you can build.
Ooh.
I think we should build a...
Give me the flume.
My favourite kind of flume.
Yeah. First thing to do is to place down the flume platform, where
Okay.
you can actually build more than one flume from these platforms as well, and they are.
Oh, you can have multiple
sort of
ones.
modular
Nice.
in nature. I could attach more to this to expand.
Yeah, they are
the
all,
platform as I
for
want
the
to.
people wondering, they are already pre-built
Wide
flumes.
platform with multiple
And they
flumes
will
that you can
have
offer if you want into the
much
park.
more
Same pool
blueprints
or different pool bodies. You'll have a lot of flexibility
right
in
from
where
the
you want
start,
to go.
right?
For now, we'll just have the one. We're gonna put one
But
flume
then
in
there's also the
at moment.
marketplace where you can
You
just
will
get
see
like
that
the
we have
buildings of other
different
people.
options for this
So
particular flume as well, including
don't worry about that.
the rather lovely vertical drop piece.
Oh look,
We
there are
won't
people
use it
already
today. We'll
swimming.
use a open flume with the bar style at the top, I think. And we're going to place that just on that edge of the pool there, platform, sorry, there.
Oh, I love the new
This is very similar
lines.
to how we build roller coasters in Planet Coaster 1 and how you still build roller coasters in Planet Coaster 2 as well. All piece by piece. Lots of flexibility here. I can change the length at which I want the piece to be placed down.
God,
Give me
I have to
that
play the
flexibility
first one
in
again.
creating those turns and tight twists that
I
want
haven't in
to.
a while.
And
Normally I
with this
always
flume
do
as
like a
well, I can
once a
create
year
lots of,
type of style
undulations as well as,
where I
as
try
well
to
as
do
going from
like
side to
a
You can go up and down.
a
Yeah.
park
And we also have a range of
for
different
Halloween,
visuals on your
right? A Halloween park.
So you can have an open
I
flume,
didn't do that
closed
last year,
flumes that have a
so I
high
haven't played the
slide,
game
if you want
for nearly 2 years
transparency
now.
on your flumes as well, whether you
But
want
this
them
looks
to be
awesome.
a half pipe that's transparent or an enclosed body flume that has transparency as well. So lots of options.
This
to
looks
create
just
really good
awesome.
looking flumes, as well as adjusting the color of those flume pieces as well. So if you go,
I love also the amount of
open flumes or
pieces you
the
actually have.
non-transparent
And
flumes,
Record,
you
I
can
thank
adjust
you
the
so
colours
much
that
for
you
your
want as
sub.
well.
I do
So,
appreciate that.
you'll be
Thank
able
you.
to change the way that kind of stripy pattern looks as well.
let's do.
I will thank you
Well, not a
accordingly
flume engine
after
here.
the video.
Okay, that's the one that I
Thank
just
you.
want to put.
I
that
can
out there.
confirm that
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
put. I'm gonna just put a nice big curve because I really want to show off that lovely central cantilever
Damn.
support that we have in the game. Again,
I
bringing
wonder.
back to some of that authenticity. You get a lot of this at
I mean,
water
this
parks.
is
There's some pretty
manageable,
impressive
but
engineering
still,
going on
this looks a
with
bit
the
dangerous, doesn't it?
Let's aim this to finish in
Like that curve
pool
coming
there as
down
well.
with the speed.
Do
Ooh.
down a little bit.
I'm not sure if I would trust that.
A little touch more. Oh, I can't because I've got the clearance. Let's drop them in from a height. There we go.
It's a good height. That's an enjoyable height, I would say. You know, just to
Yeah,
get into the end,
yeah.
you get that feeling of, oh, where's the pool?
I would just not allow people to be underneath it, right?
Another quite
Like that's
iconic
that's
look
a
of the
that's a
flume. Well, I think it's
hazard.
quite iconic anyway.
Like that
It's
woman,
this
which is
sort of
right
tower
under the
stairway
exit.
that you get
Oh
at the
boy.
top of the flume towers.
Oh boy, you were
So that's
asking.
part of Planet Coaster 2 as well. You can choose.
You were asking for people
to
getting hurt here.
select a different gate type, where if I just want the gate at the top of the platform and then build my
Just
way
saying.
up to it, or perhaps it's already at the top of a hill or something like
Like,
that, then you can
ooh.
choose to do this way as well.
That's a
So
hazard.
You've got a bit more of a traditional placed flume platform here, so I'm going to place these stairs down. That then gives me the ability to connect this bottom gate to the
I haven't been to a water park
path
in many
network,
years.
which I will do. We don't want a really wide one now. Let's bring that back down to 4 meters. We'll just connect that nice and simply.
Oh,
back
you
there.
can connect that. I wasn't sure about
So to
that.
Go to a water
That's
park.
great idea.
That's awesome. So people can basically go into the pool, and then from the pool,
it can be completed that a guest can actually get from the start to the end. This will generate the excitement, fear, and nausea values for this ride, and our
Just
guests can
saying,
assess whether that's
there was
right.
definitely one
We
of
want to know
the
if this flume is
interesting
too
parts
exciting, too fearful, too nauseating, or
in
not, and the guests that will find this
Roller
appealing
Coaster Tycoon 2
will get changed, and they'll
and
find
even
their way to the
3 to
flume.
a certain
I
degree.
think it's passed its test. I think it's ready to go.
You did
Picking it
not
up.
have to
Well, the
finish
rider
or
tend
passing
also
the
here now
test,
as a staff that I need to manage. Need to make sure that
which
they're
led to a
happy.
lot of
Perhaps we've talked
horrible,
about that in another deep dive.
horrible roller
For now, we've got a
coasters.
ride
If you want to
the
see them
flume
in
can be
action,
opened,
you can still
and
do
guests
so
are-
on
they're
YouTube.
already checking it out. They need to be in
Roller
their
Coaster
swimming
Tycoon
costumes to
2
ride it there,
is
so we'll see if anyone else turns up.
there's I think a
The other thing to mention
free
is
version
it
of it.
already is quite a striking design with that lovely kind of.
I think there's a
purple
free
colour.
version out there.
I can change that. We have 4 colours that run down the flume.
Oh, people turning around. Look at that. They're looking at it and they're just like, nope, nope.
The segments as it goes down.
That is never a good sign.
So, for example, I could change.
Oh,
this
that's
one
cool.
to entirely red if I feel like it, by just changing all 4 slots
Good idea.
to red, and then we've now got a nice.
Oh yeah, look at that. All the people are just turning away immediately when they see the shit.
It's looking really busy, this flume platform, but
Oh,
we can
they jumped
get
ahead,
flume on
okay.
there for our guests to enjoy. Our pool's starting to fill up as well.
Before I add that flume, I'm going to extend the pool as well, just to give it a bit more capacity.
Oh, that's a lot of
And
people who
just
want to
looking at it,
take
it's
the
getting busy.
flume.
I'm pleased with that. I'm very happy that they're liking it, but I don't want to add too much to it without giving it a bit more space.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in there.
I'm going to use the stamp builder,
Okay.
and this time I'm not going to have the paths. I'm going to have it as the infinity pool.
What?
Rotate the shape. We'll just add it in.
What is
I'm gonna have the flume coming out
infinity
that
pool?
side. I'm going to add in
Edge
pools
time.
here.
Oh!
We'll just add one. I don't think it needs much. We'll just add it in, and I'm going to bring that.
I love that you can just
around
add
here
that.
kind of thing. So we'll just add that in. But you can see how quickly I've extended this pool just with the stamp tool. It all
And you can like do like
merges in lovely
rounds and all that.
Edge there
Oh, that's
doesn't have the
amazing.
path,
Oh my
so the
god.
guests can't navigate
I will
around
be
it, but that
brutally
gives
honest.
me the ability to
I think the first weeks when this game is
shut
out,
parts of the park off that allow them to swim in it, but not.
I would just
not
focus on the
necessarily
swimming
where
pools.
where I don't want them to walk around it as well.
And you can
I-
dress up the edges of
roller
the pool
coasters?
really well with the
I don't
as
care.
well of kind of dressing up that area.
I don't give a damn.
Your guests aren't able to use it.
Give me all the flumes, slides, and swimming pools in my
This, again, has
life.
detected that I've already got a flume platform in my park as well. It's defaulted now to giving me a starting piece to add to this platform.
Yeah, I'm definitely
If I
more
didn't,
water
it
park
would
guy
default to the
than I am
platform
a
itself.
roller coaster
I
guy.
can select
Don't get me
this
wrong.
platform here, just select the
Like roller
station platform
coasters, I
tab,
like roller
and then I
coaster
can
parks.
access
We have
it
actually
whenever I
quite a bit
start
here in my
anywhere else.
country. Like actually some
Now,
really
we'll
big
add it in
ones.
here.
Like I think we also have the biggest theme
earlier.
park
It's a good
in
time to use it.
Europe.
Let's do it. Let's place
It's a
it
If
great
I'm not
one
wrong.
because you hear that feeling of when am I gonna go? When am I gonna get dropped?
But we have to look that up
I'm
after
gonna
the
give them-
video.
Traditionally, they're quite a big drop. I'm going to give them a little
Re-
bit. of
remind
ease
me,
in there.
Chad.
I'm just gonna
Remind
ease
me
them
if I
in
was
here.
right.
We'll run them over this section.
But I love water parks, man. I love
Start
water
to pull
parks
it
so
up
much more.
Just a touch here, and then I'm gonna.
I just like heights.
Yeah, that's nice. Cross the pool. and then
So
one
there was an
little
indoor water park
curve over
here
the side,
years ago.
just like
It's not anymore. It's closed
Nice and simple,
down.
you got your nice special piece to start with, and you should
For
have a
various
special
reasons.
piece to finish with as well.
think so.
But
A lot of the flumes have
they had
different
like a
special
whoa.
pieces. They have different end pieces as well that are special.
Oh,
so
that's
you might
cool.
have,
They had like a
run-out
ring
lanes
slide,
or end pieces,
and
the plug bowl. So I think this
apparently
one,
too many
I
people
always
got
run the
hurt,
plug bowl.
I do. Yeah.
It's a great one to
and that
finish
was one
on.
of the reasons
We're
why
gonna
it
use
closed
the
down.
enclosed one this time as well. We saw on the last deep dive, I think,
Yeah.
the open one, but this time we'll use the enclosed one. That gives them a bit more of a exciting kind of end to the ride. They're suddenly plunged into darkness in a good way.
Yeah, they opened up a
Love that
huge
one.
water park
There we go.
actually
So now we
a
have our
few
second
years
flume
ago
that's ready for
around my
testing.
city,
Let's,
and I've never
finish that
visited
one
it.
and let's test the ride. We always
The
check
biggest
out
water
the
park in the
test
EU
dummy
is in
first of all,
Spain. All right. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that.
and then they end up
Oh no,
on the
not
top.
water park.
There we go.
I
We passed
mean
our test,
theme
so
park,
we can now open that up, and this
like roller coaster park.
staircase
No,
also
no water
feeds-
park.
This whole platform feeds both flumes now, so guests will choose.
I
to
talk
drive
about
one of them,
theme park
and they
slash
can
roller
access it the
coasters.
Same way, so I don't have to do anything else. That flume
But
is now
Spain
entirely
makes sense
open
for
and ready
water
anyone to
parks.
use.
Perfect. And that attendance making sure
That makes sense.
everything's working well on that platform
Right.
as well. And our pool is
Great
filling
weather.
up with people that are really enjoying these wonderful flumes that you've
There we
built.
go. We've got
This
a
looks
couple already
awesome.
going
I
out.
wonder how many you can put
Dropping
on there,
ready to
and how much it
into
would
the ball.
be, how hard it would be before things collide and it becomes a
We've
mess.
got our flumes in, but it's looking pretty empty.
What I
with
don't
that
like
scenery.
so far.
So a big part of Planet Coaster 2 is the creative tools that we have for creating these wonderful.
Let me show
pods. We've
this
got the
very quickly.
pretty
I don't like this. Too many people at one point. What is this? Like, spread them out, man. You have space here. Like, why would you have that? Right? It's super cramped. This is something they have to work on. Especially people don't do that. People hate that.
empty of things like scenery. So a big part of Planet Coaster 2 is the creative tools that we have.
Oh, it is the Europe Park.
That have dressing to them.
I think the second one is.
Wonderful plaza area that you made at the beginning. With
I
So
think the second one would
in our
be.
scenery section, we have
What is it called?
blueprints.
Hyde Park.
So we have lots of different pieces from the themes that we have in Planet Coaster 2 that allow you to.
I think the
quickly
second one
dress
would
up areas.
then be
We have,
Hyde Park.
so
As far as I know.
like that.
Just like that.
The
I've got
aquatic centerpiece can be right in the middle of that.
I love the eels. Look at the
Let's
eels.
see if we can.
Huh?
Also got some singing eels on it as well.
That's
as well as
awesome.
Many animatronics.
Look at those little goobers.
Let's
Ah.
pop that just on the side. So I want Fish Beastie in the middle.
Okay.
But don't tell the deep
don't
dive
tell everyone.
viewers just
Don't
yet.
tell everyone. Okay.
That's what I
I'll
want.
keep it to myself.
Talking of Fish Beastie, should we put it in?
Yeah, Hyde Park and the Europe
Just
Park
mention
were
of it.
competing for
So as well as all
years.
of the blueprints, you have the ability to put down all of the pieces.
Look at that old
just
goober.
the position, the rotation, some
Ah.
different scaling. As you mentioned, this one is at a.
It's not a shark anymore.
Piece. The blueprints are our creations of connecting all of the scenery pieces together.
Oh my god, all the modders. I remember in the first one, like what the modders could actually do was pretty impressive already.
Those kind of shops in a nice grid-aligned way as well.
I'm so interested to see what they can do
Okay.
And I want to
in the
use
second one.
one of the new tools to help me with my creativity
Sounds great.
as well. I want to build a little scene that kind of demonstrates
It's like a
Fish Beastie in his most
anglerfish with a.
Glory.
his glory, all
Hippo?
his glory, yeah. And I want to get him
If I would have to
shine.
describe
I
this,
want to build a
the
little-
mouth is
where are the
definitely a
jets? There we go.
hippo,
I want some jets around.
and it looks like a,
Let's say
yeah,
a couple like that.
like a whale
No, that
meets a
looks quite-
hippo
it's not
meets
quite,
an
you know, that
anglerfish.
sort of gives-
It looks amazing. I love it.
It's beautiful.
It's
I'm so
amazing.
looking forward to
It
this
could be
game.
made better by the new events
Prepare your
that are coming
butts.
up, I think.
There will
Exactly.
be
So
a
the
lot
event
of content
sequences
for
are
that
new tools like Trebuchet
game.
that allows you to create these sequenced events. That it's a timeline that allows you to then take. These
Okay,
animated
I
scenery
hope
that
they
are
improve
effect,
this a
obstacles,
lot.
and trigger them off in a timeline.
I really
So
hope
you
they
can
improve this a lot.
add
Because the
objects to
first one
timeline.
was
We can then
rather
adjust the timing
complicated,
that we want of them to.
overly
So
complex,
I can multi-select using
and rather shit.
the
Oh,
add object section.
yes.
Events sequence you just saw. It's here. I've got all my pieces that I want to connect.
Oh yeah, wow.
Or large water jet.
Well, there's my answer. That they improved this? Yes. If you know how the first one looks,
The animation that I want. So it's on trigger only, definitely. And I want him to do
It's-
his ascend and roar.
it's shit. In comparison.
What we're going to set him to.
Like, setting up fireworks in the first one, I stopped doing it at some point. I was doing like the easiest like firework thing possible. Just saying, okay, firework every 12 hours, just do it.
How long that animation is. And what I want is I want to punctuate the roar. So
It
I'm gonna
was-
move
it was
the
not good.
jets just down the
It
timeline
was
a
not
little
good.
bit. So the idea is that when he roars up,
That's right. And you can adjust
This looks
the blend
like
of the effects.
it's very similar to the first one, but
Timing
everyone's
with
like, Mo, what you're
those
talking
animated
about?
moments.
This
so we can
is
see that
basically the
he
first one.
starts to roar around
No,
2 seconds in.
the interface is so much better, and the drag and drop is so much better. Like, this, again, is so much better. The system is relatively the same they've been using,
The roar is quite long compared to the initial water jet.
but
I
it's
want them to
easier
stay
to
on for
understand.
much longer. I'm gonna have them stay on for
Oh, Yeah, the
probably
time
maybe 2.5,
windows and all that.
8, so somewhere about 6.
That's fantastic.
Let's just do it as 6 for now. Let's change all of them to 6. I could change them to different.
You can
lengths if I
copy
want
it.
to. I could also stagger them. If I
You
want
could
to
copy
kind of
paste it.
Have them sort of
Oh yeah.
come on sequentially.
But you're gonna have them all come off.
But I think I'm going to give him
That's cool.
the opening he deserves. I can preview it as well, so I can have a quick look and see if it's a little early, but I think that's about right.
Looking really good though.
I think so.
So that's the event sequencer that allows you. We can put animated
wanna
scenery.
play.
You can put the particles. You can adjust some of the.
I'm hoping I'm getting
particle effects like the fire. You can change
as
the colours of
early
those
access to
effects.
the game as
You can
possible.
change,
The problem
lights
is
and have those turn on and off as well.
why this will
So you can
probably
turn
not
them
happen.
Also on
Two
the
reasons.
rides and the coasters,
A,
connect to an event
my channel is
sequencer,
too
so
small. Still,
when a
we are growing,
ride is
and thank you for all the
a
people who have been
sequence,
subscribing to the
having an event sequencer
channel,
connected
which have been
and that
watching.
firing
Like, thank you so much for the
off at a
huge
certain point
support.
as well. So as you
I
say,
really,
George,
really
what
do
are those
appreciate
amazing
that.
moments that
Thank
you'll have
you.
in your park?
Give
But
the
it's still
Display
small
the
in
display
comparison,
he
right?
deserves.
And I haven't
Like what you've done
created
with
any
the event
content
sequencer
to the
around
first
Beach
one when it
Steve,
came
they're
out
looking
because,
really
well,
good. They're getting
I
that
wasn't really a content
glory that they
creator
deserve, but this
for
area is
YouTube at the time and
looking
all that.
pretty empty.
Yeah,
And Mixer is dead,
Some
so even if I
greenery,
did some
there's
content on
how-
it,
We've got a new scenery
gone
brush in
now.
Planet Coaster 2 that allows you to
So, yeah.
very quickly put a lot of greenery down.
Let me
So I
get
think
rid of
that'd
that
be
scenery bit
something
first
to
of all
show.
then. Scenery brush, you say?
Yes, please. So
Yes.
in this brush, it allows you to choose different presets that we have of different rock and tree
Yes.
combinations, and very quickly place them into the landscape.
okay.
And bring a drab area that's quite empty.
Oh
You can
my
fill it with lots of
God,
lush
look at
life
that.
If you'd like.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have all of these options. You can define how big the brush is, how intense all of the pieces in that brush is, whether it avoids the paths, whether it aligns to the surface. If you have hills and rocks and overhangs, whether you want
Again,
them
you
to
cannot
be
do that in the first one.
aligning to that surface.
You have
or
to
coming out at the
painstakingly
angle that
put
your
down the
hill is,
things
or your
one
overhang,
by
or you want
one.
it to be kind of vertically straight up.
I don't know
Whether
if there's a
all the
mod
scenery
for
that you already
that.
have, so it will conform to, or not conform to the
Yeah.
things that you've already got. So you get that flexibility. Here you've got.
Also, it seems like it
on, and
respects
it's
your
avoided.
paths.
Exactly. I can drag it across here, but it won't place things down the path. So it's a way for me to be able to
Good.
quickly and easily place things down, but not
Good.
kind of go, oh, whoops, I put loads of trees across all my
Again,
But
I know people are like,
there's a
wow,
point
they are
of view
selling
of
you
that, because
quality
that's
of life
what the
updates
creative
now as the
side
second
of
game.
Planet Coaster
I
is
saw
about.
some
So
comments
giving
on this.
choice to you
It's
as
like,
the
what are you
player.
talking about?
You could turn that off, and then maybe you can
What are
make
you
some
what are you
interesting
talking about?
paths and areas of the park as well.
Yeah, and I think.
But it's the same people who are looking at the remake and they're like, it looks exactly like the PS1 game I played. It's like,
So this allows you to then go in on each individual tree, individual rock, and
okay,
move them and adjust where you
sure.
want them to be, and give you that fine tuning of.
Oh, you
what
can
is
still
actually
put them
in
down
your
separately.
level.
And of course, we can't forget about scaling as well. Whilst I can move it, I can rotate it, I can do all those sorts of advanced movements.
Yeah, that was how it was
I can
done in the
also
first
now
one.
scale it, so it's
And
nice
only
and
like
I
that.
can make it smaller if I want to, or I can also ramp up the size.
Which
if I really want that to kind of stick out.
most
and
of the
really
time was
be
just
a focal
annoying.
point of this area, and that goes with all the non-grid, non-animated scenery pieces. You can scale them as you want to.
Yeah, it's really powerful for giving you that flexibility, that creativity that you want to have in Planet Coaster of creating these wonderful theme parks, these wonderful areas for your guests to enjoy, and really going to detail in what you want those areas to look like.
Awesome.
And of course, you don't place them down just with the brush. You have got
Awesome.
access, as Rich has already said, to even place them down from the very beginning as individual pieces as well, to really give you all
Oh
flexibility.
no, not saying that this is on PS1. I'm just saying that as a example of how people are bad on like actual improvements some games are putting in. Right, just an example of what you sometimes see. No, like this has been graphically,
is probably a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
it has improved a little bit, not by much, but a little bit.
Tools to the coaster building, a key part of Planet Coaster.
But
so, we're gonna build a roller coaster for our guests to enjoy.
graphics were always
I
fine.
think I'm going to place the coaster in the back of the park here. We've got
Right.
a chunk of land that's
Oh, that's
looks
cool.
like
It's
it's right
separated.
for placing a coaster and
Yeah.
here.
Great idea.
The problem was always like, There were a lot of gameplay things we wanted. Ooh, look at all the coasters.
We do have a selection of blueprints available. That means you can just select the one you want if you've got enough money, if you're in the career, or if you're in a sandbox, obviously, and you've got the unlimited.
I know that there are enough people who build their own roller coasters.
And away it goes. But
I'm lagging the imagination most of the time. So I love to take a blueprint and then take it apart. And then go from the blueprint which is already there and improve on it.
That way, kind of down there.
That's what I love to do. That's my thing. Again, some people love to do their own like roller coaster like this, and I do sometimes as well, but most of the time I'm lagging the imagination, which is a common problem for me. Oh, that's
special pieces as well as our standard track pieces, trim brakes, and lots of control over
oh, finally.
how you want it to be propelled, how you want it to slow down through the different sections. You're a pro coaster builder. Compared to myself, anyway.
I think my skills along the lines of flume building are sort of similar to my coaster building.
I would definitely focus on the flumes.
I guess I'm opening.
That's a no for me. That's definitely pretty.
I will always praise your ability to build a coaster on camera.
You will feel the
It's
G's.
not an easy thing.
We're talking about some loops. Let's get a little loop in here, shall we? Actually, I just want to go back one. Let's add it.
I hate loops, by the way.
I think we'll be able to get it.
I hate loops.
I think I'll just scale it down a little bit. I think I'm gonna have enough entry speed.
I'm not a loop guy. Everything else is fine.
That loop, go over to the test.
But loops are like a nightmare.
It's testing loop, and I can
Why?
build whilst
Because there was a theme park here, a small one, and it was basically just a font for money laundering. So they didn't give a shit about the theme park. And every time we arrived at that theme park when I was younger, the roller coaster with the loop was stuck in the loop.
I really like this special piece. It's really good.
Every time.
I think maybe there's some other special pieces, maybe a roll.
And I'm just like,
this coaster has loops and rolls as its special pieces. Some of the
good.
other coasters have
I'm good.
different
This
types
is now a
of
nightmare
special
scenario
pieces
for
in
me.
them. So depending on the coaster, you'll have different special pieces available for you.
So, yeah,
This
no.
one, loops and rolls.
No,
some of
thanks.
them, some other
No
new
loops.
coasters have special
I
pieces.
like to put
which
loops in
tracks,
my games though, because, well, you know,
tracks. Okay.
which are very
games.
exciting. They are brand new for Planet Coaster 2.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
excited to bring to the games to show those amazing pieces inspired by real life rides as well.
Yeah, what the hell?
Alright,
That's amazing.
Just give them a little bit more of a drop.
Ugh.
At the end here, we can see the testing is still going on in the background. Maybe give them a little bit of air time as well. Let's shorten that track.
Feel that feeling you get in the belly.
I love it.
No. And coaster building, there's a nuance to how you're building things.
That
like
was
the
a
banking as
weird
well.
joke.
So that feeling as you're coming into a corner
Awkward.
is nice and smooth. And in the game, we've added more control of that as well. So once you've connected this piece up, we can show how you can
Awesome.
the smoothing, so you can adjust the type of smoothing you want. So we provide you with tools that once you've built some pieces, you can adjust
Nice.
with a simple click of the button and just smooth off those rough edges you might have between doing the piece by piece. If you've got connections or corners that are kind of not smooth, these new options for Planet Coaster 2 allow you to
That's
control
awesome.
that. If you want to smooth the banking, or you want to just smooth the height or the turn.
That's good.
With all of them at once, you can select the pieces that you want to smooth.
Because you had to do that
Just
painstakingly, basically
button and it will
by
ease
hand.
out some of those bumps that you might have if you use a tool like the autocomplete, which doesn't take into that kind of
No,
stuff.
absolutely. That's what I've done there.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
And it's like,
Here. I've also, put this together very quickly. I'd want to spend a lot more time if I wanted to really fine tune this with all the tools that you've spoken about.
Oh yeah, this is like an easy entry level coaster.
Section here because they don't have come into that station pretty quick. I don't think even I would want to ride that one, but I can do that. We have the pieces available to really customize it exactly how you want.
Already put some brakes in there and all that. Yeah, that's good.
For your guests and how much they're going to enjoy that ride as well. So making sure that it has those feelings and that you want to have in real life as well is a key part of the authenticity of the guest experience as well in the game.
And the very last thing I want to do is
I just hope that they have more rides, which are not roller coasters. I hope we will have more.
What's the piece you've got in mind to go on our?
Oh yeah, the rock.
From the resort theme, just because perhaps that could be this could be the start of
Don't put it there. Don't put it there. That's not in the middle.
I don't know, a punch shack or something, you know, like a.
Don't do that, please.
Tropical drink. I could perhaps theme it into one of the brands in Planet Coaster 2 as well, and kind of make a whole element of this side of the park. But for now, I'm going to attach this lovely looking pineapple sign.
I would not trust that pineapple.
Underneath the car. That means that it's going to move along with the car. It won't stay in.
That is far too close for the people in the first car.
It will then do that. If I was to apply it to this car, it will then move to that one. But I'm going to stick it to the front here.
Don't do that.
I can also have access to my advanced move tools.
Yeah, make it smaller, please.
Tool as well. It's a little bit big at the moment. I want it to kind of feel like it's come out of the factory. Being
yeah, that's fine.
Really yeah.
I would still not trust that pineapple when that is coming loose. Oh boy.
I want to add something to the side. One of my go-to creative options is the new light bar from the resort theme. I really like the look of this.
Oh. Okay. We had light bars before.
Quick adjustment with the scale tool means that it'll scale down or scale up quite well as well, so it's a really versatile piece. I can see what's your go-to.
I want it on the other side as well.
He's definitely confused.
I don't want to hand place it. I can if I want to. I could duplicate that and move it across the other side, or I can use the symmetry tools that we have.
I love the symmetry tool.
Tab here. I can say I want it mirrored on that side, which then adds that piece.
Oh, that adds so much to what you can do.
As well. I could also say that I want it to affect the rest of the cars in the train.
I wonder when you can change the color of the water. I wonder if they will allow that. I hope there will be a Halloween theme at some point. And you could just have like green water or something like that. Oh, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to that. That was awesome. That was good. Yeah, like I know for people who are not necessarily too much into the game, this might be a little bit more boring. But again, as people who have been playing this game for years, and as somebody who has been there from the beginning and has hundreds and hundreds of hours in all the DLCs in the game, this is what I want to see. Those are the details which were missing from the first one. And again, we begged them to add that to the game. And it never came. So I'm just happy to see that. But folks, thank you so much for watching this with me. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed my commentary and my thoughts. If you did, please leave a like. Also, let me know down below in the comments what you think about the tool system. I'm always happy to connect to other coaster players. And if you want to see more Planet Coaster 2, or you want to see more strategy games, which we are focusing here on the Mole Under Management channel, make sure to subscribe. With that said, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.